Planning a trip to the beach sometime soon? Then bring your hiking boots too. I'm going to show you why walking away from this is worth every step.
But first, a chance to breathe in some sea air and feel the sand between your toes as we head to Aberdyfi, a beautiful fishing village right in the middle of Cardigan Bay.
I've always wanted to come to Aberdyfi, but today I'm not here for the beach. I'm heading up into the nearby hills of southern Snowdonia for a walk of discovery along the Dyfi estuary and beyond.
Aberdyfi means mouth of the River Dyfi and is a small seaside village neatly nestled on the north side of the Dyfi estuary overlooking Cardigan Bay. Starting at the centre of this picturesque fishing village, we take a coastal path towards Machynlleth before heading up into the hills to enjoy some magnificent coastal views of the Dyfi estuary and the mountains of southern Snowdonia. It's then a leisurely downhill stroll back on the beach to our starting point. Showing me around is local historian and farmer David Roberts. A born and bred Aberdyfi boy, he still lives and works at the same farm where he was raised. His dad and sons are regular helpers, and what he doesn't know about the village and the surrounding hills, well, it's just not worth knowing. So I'm in good hands.
Morning, David.
Croeso.
Diolch yn fawr.
Nice to see you, Derek. Welcome to Aberdyfi.
Thank you.
It's a fine morning.
It is.
Yeah.
Cracking beach too.
It is a lovely beach, yeah? And a fine sea, and we've got some lovely countryside I'll show you later.
Let's get going.
Let's go.
Well, on a day like this and with these views, it's no wonder most visitors stay put on the beach. I'm almost tempted for a quick dip myself.
Before we get up into the hills, I'm going to just show you this little bell here, which is part of the story of the bells of Aberdyfi, which is to do with the history and the legends of this village. This is our time and tide bell. That chimes at the top of the tide every day. The bells of Aberdyfi remind us of an old story of the lost land of Cantre'r Gwaelod, which was lost in the 6th century. Gwyddno Garan Hir, the king who ruled over it, had a man to guard the dikes and the embankments to keep the sea out. He neglected his duties, and a great storm rolled in, and this wonderful, rich, lush land was inundated by the sea, and the land was lost, and all that could be heard afterwards was the peal of the bells under the water. Hence the bells of Aberdyfi.
And what a beautiful day!
Aberdyfi has a rich and varied history based around its bustling harbour and thriving fishing industry, which is still going strong today.
I can see a few fishing boats on the estuary, and you can actually smell the fish in the air.
Yeah, we've still got fishing industry here, and local fishermen catches locally and sells it locally. It can't get any fresher than that.
I might have some fish for my tea tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
The village itself is often bypassed by tourists, travelling instead to Aberystwyth or further north. It may take a bit of an effort to get here, but this hidden gem really is worth going that extra mile. At the end of the 19th century, this small, sleepy village became a boom town for shipbuilding, transforming it into a busy, vibrant place.
From the 1840s onwards, there was 7 major shipbuilders in the village, 3 of them on this site that we're just walking into now. And they built some beautiful ships, albeit on a small scale, but anything from 80, 120 tons, you know. I'll give you a picture here of the shipyard as it was. Now this is Roger Lewis's shipyard here. And there it is, the Dyfi packet on this site, and the Anna Maria under repair.
This is right here.
At this very spot here. But the finest of the Aberdyfi shipbuilders was Thomas Richards. He was a true artist and built some very, very beautiful ships, including the Maglona.
The Maglona was a magnificent schooner, and one of the finest of the 45 sailing ships built in Abu Dhabi. The ships built here were known for their quality and used to transport goods all over the world, with some going as far as Canada and back. Leaving the village, we pass through the tranquil Penhelig Park before dropping down to walk along the water's edge and along the estuary towards Machynlleth.
Now, they call this the Roman Road, but of course it wasn't built by the Romans. It was actually built by Corbett of Ynys Maengwyn Estate in about 1808. And it was described by Fenton, a travelling journalist, as one of the finest rides in the Principality.
Initially built for horse and carriage, the sea has since swallowed the bulk of this road. But don't worry, these days I'm told it rarely floods during high tide. So you're safe to go for a stroll any time of the day. Just make sure you wear good shoes, as it can get quite slippery when wet. The stone path ends at Picnic Island. It's not actually an island, but got its name after being cut off by the railway in 1863. Today, the Cambrian Coast Railway offers a stunning train ride, hugging the coastline from Aberystwyth to Pwllheli. I'm afraid this next bit comes with a word of warning.
There's no pavement, is there?
Okay.
This road section is only short, but you still need to stay on your guard and keep an eye out for cars.
Well, it's nice to be off the main road.
Certainly is, and it's a bit cooler here as well.
Weaving our way up through this beautiful woodland offers a complete contrast to the sea views and hustle and bustle of the village below.
Lovely little stream, David.
Yeah, that's called Nant Coed y Glyn.
So where are we now then?
Well, the footpath leads through the grounds of the Outward Bound Trust. This was actually the first Outward Bound that's set up in the whole world, as a worldwide organisation.
Right here?
Right today. Yes, here in Abu Dhabi. It was set up in 1941, and the issue was young men at sea, and this was wartime, going into the water and not able to survive. So they were teaching them the skills here.
These important skills for surviving out at sea saved the lives of many merchant seamen during the war. And today the centre is still teaching water-based activities and skills to thousands of young people who come here looking for adventure in the great outdoors. Soon we break out into the open fields above the estuary. We're now on David's land. He's on home turf, and what a magnificent place to call your own. Also admiring the views of the swallows, and gathering on cables like this signals the start of their epic 6,000-mile journey to Africa. I need to sit down just thinking about it.
Well, here we are, Derek. The path has taken us to my home, so there's a chance of a cup of tea.
Well, we deserve one after walking up this hill.
Yeah.
Well, what a spot! And there's even some cake on the go. Some lovely bara brith, served up by David's dad, Robert.
Bendigedig. This is lovely.
I made it especially for this morning.
It's yours, is it? It's all you're doing.
Yeah,
Well, very good. Mein Vlas is iawn.
that'll be the day.
And all too soon, it's time to move on, and we head off uphill once more.
Diolch yn fawr.
Croeso.
Well, the footpath passes really close to your house, David. Does it bother you, people walking through your farm?
No, it doesn't bother me at all, actually. I'm very happy to give people a welcome. And I think it's important that people come and enjoy our footpaths. Landowners and farmers should be the ambassadors for the countryside.
I'm sure for most people, having a footpath so close could be more of a hindrance. So it's great to hear that David is happy to have walkers on his land, as long as they stick to the footpath, that is.
climbing a bit now. I can feel
Yeah,
it.
it's a good pull up here.
Oh,
The farmhouse at 300 foot, and then we go just to 800 foot at the top of the ridge.
so it could be raining down on the farm and snowing up here.
Well, we do. That happens, yeah, yeah.
With such a steep climb, I'm not surprised that my legs are now feeling the strain. But it's amazing how quickly the clear blue skies have changed to a murky mist as we near the top.
All right, Derek, levelling out a bit now. I'll have a bit of a breather here. Got a bit of a sad story, really, involving an aeroplane crash at the end of the Second World War. Aeroplane coming up from the south, crossing the Dyfi estuary in thick mist, and the plane looks up and he sees the top of Corlan Vraith there, and he thinks that that's the ridge I must get over, but he was going straight into the side of this hill here. At the last minute, he turns to the right and ends up crashing in the field there, and sadly, 3 on board, 2 were killed, and 1 was rescued. After that, the RAF put up a manned beacon here with a light flashing day and night to prevent it happening again.
It's a very sad story in such beautiful surroundings.
Yeah, yes, it is.
And it's a story that's echoed all over Wales, with reminders of tragic plane crashes on so many of our hills and mountains. Up on the ridge, we're rewarded with hazy but wonderful views across the Tyrrhennau Mountains. And this is Cwm Maethlon, renamed Happy Valley by the Victorians, who were the first to start walking for pleasure.
Hey, I've never seen one of these before.
You can get some refreshments here, Derek. Welsh cakes, water, an honesty box inside.
Well, look at that. Welsh cakes a £1. I'll have a packet of those.
Yeah.
There we are. There you go. Bingo. Fantastic.
They look nice.
These will keep me going for a while, all the way back to Abu Dhabi.
Not far.
With more than my share of happiness. To me, this world is a wonderful place. I'm the luckiest human in the human race.
Well, I can't say I was expecting to do some shopping on this walk, but what a treat to stumble across along the way. And just when I thought things couldn't get any better...
Well, that view is absolutely wonderful. Amazing looking across Cardigan Bay.
It is.
I bet you never tire of this view,
No, I don't, and every day is different.
just like the weather.
And as we drop back down to sea level, it seems there are now only 2 things standing between me and that beach.
Crossing the Cameron Coast Railway line here, Derek. We'll have to be careful.
Is it a busy line?
It is when the train comes. We've got to stop, look and listen.
Train crossings can be extremely dangerous places, so we cross with care. And it's not time to relax just yet. We now have to dodge some high-speed balls as we make our way across Abu Dhabi's golf course. Don't worry, he wasn't aiming for me. At least I hope he wasn't.
Well, we managed to get across the golf course in one piece.
Yeah, certainly did. Well, Derek, the journey comes to the end. And here we are, look at this, the best beach in Wales.
It's absolutely gorgeous, but not quite as nice as the beach in Barbados.
In your dreams, Derek.
Well, even a Barry boy has to admit that this is a really fabulous beach.
Well, for me, this walk has been a real eye-opener to a part of Wales I thought I knew. A charming town, rolling hills, stunning views, and a beautiful beach to finish. What more could you ask for?
And if you fancy trying this or another one of our walks, go to bbc.co.uk/weathermanwalking and take a look at our website. It's got everything you need, from detailed route information for each walk to walking maps for you to print off. There are also some photos we took along the way.